The RMC T-Rex is probably the single most hyped new coaster model out there today. This thing has incredibly high expectations, with RMC's impeccable track record and the potential that one of these coasters might have. And with the RMC Raptor model doing pretty well, it seems like a no-brainer that the T-Rex will follow suit. But I have some doubts. As incredible as I think these coasters will be when they start appearing, I'm doubtful that these models will catch on in the industry. I'm sure we'll see a few pop up, but as a whole, I think the RMC T-Rex might just be destined to fail. Now let's talk about the potential these rides have. I should clarify, when I say destined to fail, I'm not talking about the quality of the rides themselves. I'm talking about how many parks will open their wallets to pay to include one of these rides in their park. There are definitely good reasons to. The capacity is much better than what we see on the Raptor models, which would be ideal for bigger parks. Not only that, but these coasters are meant to be much bigger than those Raptor models. Enthusiasts seem to be pretty focused on the 500-foot number that RMC put out there, but all things considered, a T-Rex could pretty much be anywhere from 200 to 500 feet in height. For a large park, this could be a pretty good ride. Not to mention, this model will likely be a bit cheaper than other models of the same size, which should equate to better sales overall. However, I'm not sure there's any chain that would actually consider putting a coaster of this scale in their parks. Like I said, this model is a bit cheaper than some of the others, but it's still quite a large expense for any park to pay. For that reason, I'm not sure if Six Flags would be willing to put a T-Rex in their parks at all. I could see a smaller 200-foot model go in one of their parks, but a lot of them already have B&M hypers from the day when Six Flags splurged on all of their parks. Cedar Fair is definitely more likely than Six Flags, but I'm still doubtful about them too. Many of their parks already have Giga Coasters, and those that don't aren't really parks that Cedar Fair is interested in putting money into. The most likely scenario for a T-Rex at a Cedar Fair park would have to be a record-breaking 500-foot one at Cedar Point, but I really don't think that park has the room to put something in at that scale. They could remove something like Magnum XL200, but I doubt that's the sacrifice they're willing to make. So I don't know if I could see Cedar Fair getting one of these models either. As for any other chains, I doubt Hirschend would be willing to put one of these in any of their parks. I guess it's possible since they do work with RMC from time to time, and they're willing to spend a bit more on their rides, but I still don't think I could see a T-Rex in any of their parks. SeaWorld probably wouldn't be willing to spend that much money on a new coaster as well. And as for the independent parks, I doubt any of them have the money to drop on something as big as this. So where does that leave the future of the T-Rex? Well, I do have some hope that at least a few of these rides will be built. I think Six Flags might drop one or two smaller scale versions of these rides in some of their parks, around the 200-foot mark. I think there will be at least one park somewhere that's willing to spend a ton and put a 500-foot T-Rex somewhere just to say it's the tallest, but off the top of my head, I don't think I could think of any other park that would be but Cedar Point. Potentially Six Flags Magic Mountain, but as I said, I doubt they'd be willing to invest that much. But besides that, I really don't know what else we could see from this model. I really think that the reasons that the RMC Raptor is so successful are nearly the exact opposite goals that the RMC T-Rex is going for. The RMC Raptor is small, cheap, and fast-paced. The T-Rex is large, more expensive, and will need much larger elements if it's going to be as big as it claims. So with that, I just don't see it doing very well. But what do you think? Is there a park that I didn't mention that you could see getting an RMC T-Rex? Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'm working on several new projects for the channel this month, so I hope to see you all next time.